Hello and welcome to another workout. I am very excited, and I'm excited because it is officially Chonky Boy season. Weighing in at over 180 pounds, the bulk has began and it is off to a great start. I started this workout off with some lat pull downs, and I've really been into this Mike Mentzer style of training lately, which is doing only 2 sets but very high intensity. So this is 160 pounds, so really pushing the limit of what's possible. And then this is the third set that I did, and for whatever reason, I decided to do a third set, drop set with 150, and do as many reps as possible, just because I didn't feel like the muscle got the message yet. And that's kind of where I am in my training journey. It's not so much about counting reps or counting sets, but just listening to my body and making sure that the muscle gets the message. After a lat pull down, I moved on to close grip seated row with the cable. Really focused on feeling the stretch at the top and then squeezing at the bottom. So that was the last rep, and that was what I'm talking about, that nice squeeze. Next, I moved on to underhand grip chin-ups. And like I said before, really inspired by Mike Mentzer, and this is a movement that he kind of swore by, just because not only are you working the lats, but you're also working the bicep. This is something that I've been playing around with. Kind of did a little bit of swinging and jerking towards the end there, but overall it is a good way to prime the biceps and get them ready. This is a new machine slash new movement for me. Obviously on back days I do a lot of rowing, but I usually do single arm rows with a dumbbell, but for me to do upright, chest supported single arm rows, say that 10 times fast, is a new part of my training regimen. And quite honestly, I like the feel. It really targets the upper lat, and I say all the time, like, oh, back day isn't my favorite day, but it kind of is, just because you get to pull heavy stuff. And as primal as that sounds, like, that's just so much fun to me. It doesn't really take a lot of finesse to train back. Like, you just row, row, row. That's all you do. So literally this entire workout is just a bunch of rowing variations, and I loved it. But will I be doing these hammer strength rows again? Yeah, definitely. I would probably go slower on the negative, but overall, yeah, I love this movement. Next, I moved on to bent over dumbbell flies, doing a little work here on the rear delts. I decided to do this instead of face pulls just to switch it up. I've been doing face pulls consistently for the past few months. However, I haven't done any bent over flies in a while. Next, I moved on to easy bar curls, and this is only a 50-pound easy bar, so not focused on intensity in the sense of weight, but more so intensity derived from form, controlling the negative, and just doing a lot of reps. So my rep range goal for this movement was 12 to 15, and on the 2 sets that I did, I hit that pretty easily. But just look at my face. Like, when you control the negative and really focus on that mind-muscle connection, 50 pounds feels like 100 pounds. Finally, I ended the workout with some concentration curls, just using a 30. Again, focused on finesse over weight. I have a nice tempo going. Ideally, I would drop the weight to 20s and probably do a 2-second negative. I'm going to try that on my next back and bicep day. But overall, I was really in the groove and did produce some struggle towards the end there with that 30-pound dumbbell. And overall, very happy with today's workout. And like always, I finished off my physical activity from today by doing some posing after lifting weights. Nothing really of note to see. Like I said, it's Chonky Boy season, 180 pounds. Abs have flown south for the winter. So really just doing it at this point for practice and to see, what's growing and what needs to grow. Okay, so here we are with my post-workout meal. I have about 6.5 ounces of beef, 70 grams of carbs worth of white rice, water with creatine, and of course I have my 5 vitamin D tablets and a fish oil pill. Gonna eat, take a shower, and power on. You can see my kitchen is an absolute disaster. This is the result of being a 23-year-old man who lives alone. However, I do clean up after myself. So let's get to it. My cleaning rampage, I've worked up quite an appetite, so let me show you the smoothie that I make and have at least once a day, sometimes twice. There we go, super simple. That's the end result. It's literally just protein, water, fruit. Goes down smooth, tastes great. Here is the finished result. It ain't much, but it's honest work. All right, it's about 1 o'clock, which means it's time for lunch. Based on that previous clip, if you don't know what I'm having for lunch, you're lost and you need help. I'm making some spaghetti for lunch. Now, I feel like everyone loves spaghetti, but ever since I was a child, like I love spaghetti. And I'm so glad that it's like bulk friendly. It's a lot of carbs, a great way to get in some protein. And I've been having it a lot lately. And by a lot, I mean at least 4 days a week. So, keeping in trend, I am having spaghetti for lunch. There she is, plated. Now, is it nonna spaghetti? No, no one can make a nonna spaghetti. But it does scratch the itch. It's good, and I'm gonna dig in. It's me, the president, CEO, and founder of the Clean Plate Club. Finished our meal, finished our lunch. It was fantastic. I was really craving spaghetti, even though I have it 4 days a week. But you can never have too much spaghetti. So I'm feeling pretty stuffed after all that pasta. So I think I'm gonna go for a little walk and go get some kombucha. Okay, I'm back from my journey. Got my Casey Neistat going on with the sunglasses. But let me show you what I got. I went ahead and got the blood orange flavor of GT's kombucha. Now, GT is my favorite brand of kombucha. And if you ask me, it's the only brand. I really don't like to drink anything else. This blood orange flavor, I've had it before, but it's kind of rare, so I don't have it that often. So I'm pretty excited to sip on this. Hello, it's currently the next day. I didn't film my last meal of the day, but I had a huge cheat meal and had butter chicken pizza. And quite frankly, it was some of the best pizza I've ever had. I love Indian food, I love butter chicken, and putting it on a pizza was just mind blowing. But yeah, that was my last meal of the day. That was my dinner. Huge cheat meal. So today I'm cutting back a little bit. Obviously still eating what I want, but just in moderation, having better control. But that's gonna wrap up the video. I appreciate you for watching and sticking around this long. That's pretty much how I eat on my bulk, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace.